Alright, so here's the update. Several things have changed, or actually, what really ever changes. Except for the lighting, for God's sakes, here we go. So I went back in and, there we go, that's even better. I went back in and they said they'd serve me another drink into the original bar. I don't know if you watched the previous video, you might just be watching this one. If you want to know the backstory to this, which isn't really that important, I'm not going to get too far into it, watch the previous video. So, went back in, they served me, even though the other place was last call. I got one more beverage, and there's a couple things I want to say. Nothing bad happened. Everybody left me alone, which is good. But there's two things I wanted to mention. First off, although when I'm looking at this, break is written backwards, the good news is that once it's uploaded, everything looks regular, so it does not look like a mirror image. So YouTube must be able to do some fantastic thing where that is fixed for you, or it is something in my imagination right now. Secondly, this YouTube auto recording to it, it makes it so easy. I didn't have to do anything. It literally went up as soon as I pushed the stop button, maybe 30 seconds later. So I don't know if the quality is worse. Now this video here, it's not about entertainment, all right? This video is about you and what you want. Because what I just found is this is so much easier than I had been doing it. I guess you live and you learn. I could put up a video every couple hours. I mean, literally, I could do it every 5 minutes, but I think that would be overkill for myself and for you. So what I'm saying is that this is much easier than it used to be. So give me a heads up in the comment section. I know this seems like I'm going to be just begging for comments. Oh, give me comments and thumbs up. Oh, God, like it. Share it with your friends. That's not what I'm about. I just want to know, if I put up more than one video a day, would that be annoying to you? Or would it be pleasant? Because things might change. Things might change. I might, and the second thing is this quality better? Should I record it the previous way? I feel like when I was watching it myself on my phone, that the audio was a little bad. And it might be because I'm outdoors. Right now I'm in a parking lot. What a great place to film. I feel pretty at home in a parking lot. I don't have a car with me. Which brings me to the final thing. Here's the other worry I've had filming myself. I'm not a good role model. I'm really not. And I know there's some people out there that might need role models. Move along. Because I'm going to try to keep it real. But I'll tell you what. I may not be the best role model, but I do the bad things the best way you can. I'm walking home. I will not drink and drive. You won't catch me doing it. I'll never get a DUI. I'll never get into a car crash for drinking and driving on my own account. God only knows what will happen with somebody else. I wish there was some wood around here. The closest, holy shnikes, hold on a second. You don't say something like that without knocking on wood. I hope electric lines are still made out of wood. Anyways, I don't do it. I will walk home no matter what, or take a cab no matter what. So I might not be this is not healthy. To drink is not healthy. I'm not promoting that. But if you're going to get a walk home, take a walk home, or get a cab. Oh, God, this is not. Everything becomes this long, drawn-out process. I just wanted to say, hey, do you want to see more videos, or am I making a pretty good time? And I won't be offended if this is about as much as you want to see, like 1, 2 videos a day, that's fine. If you want to see 100 videos a day, sorry, I can't do it. I would be too weird. People would not talk to me. I already have a hard enough time going into a small-time place. Small-time, that's so arrogant. I mean, it's the perfect place. I wish that from now on, I'm going to go in and be like, what do you do? I'm going to say, oh, I work on, God, what can I tell people? I would never get away if I said I worked on, I don't know, I do papers. I fill them out and put them in the box where the boss picks them up and translates them into words. I don't know what to tell people. Anyways, I obviously can't have the camera on me all the time, or else things are going to get. They're already unreal, but they're going to be watered down. Be honest, watered down. So, God, This is already 4 minutes and 59 seconds. I gotta stop. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. But yeah, give me some feedback. I don't always need it, but on this one, just tell me. I don't wanna be annoying. I just wanna have the perfect balance. Perfect balance. All right. Good night. I said good night. Stop watching, please. If you've kept watching, it's your own fault. I said good night. If this is boring, it's your own fault. I said good night. It's after midnight. Fine, whatever. But I'm not going to promise any good quality. In fact, if you keep watching, this is all your fault. I am going through a parking lot. I hope nobody's here, but I'm absolutely trespassing. This is I figure if I go to the dark, you guys will leave me alone. See? There we go. For sure you've stopped watching by now. This would be ridiculous for you to keep watching at this point. You are borderline stalking me. I said to stop this video. Maybe if I'm quiet and don't say anything. Well, even saying don't say anything is probably encouraging those last few people that won't give me privacy. All right, they're gone now, right? Truthfully, I wanted you to stay, but I wanted all those people that didn't deserve to see the end of this video to go away. I found another street light. All right, let's see if I can make it over there. You're really lucked out. There's going to be something special. I don't know what it is yet, but I wanted to make it worth your while if you stuck around long enough. Let's see. All right, here's another street light. There's a fire department behind me. I believe fire departments are, if not at least city property, government property. So I just trespassed through a parking lot of cars for sale and through a fire department's parking lot. Nobody did anything about it. I'm out of breath. You know, it's so humid here. This is ridiculous. It's like 100 degrees, and it's after midnight. My parents don't have air conditioning in their house. Well, they have air conditioning, but it's not central air. So what if it's not central air? What the hell are you doing? I'm sorry. My mom actually probably will watch this. She's been asking me to show her how to subscribe to my channel, which leads a whole nother bunch of problems. Mom, I love you. I really do. If you're watching this, you should have stopped back when I was telling everybody else to. Anyways, what am I going to do? You know what I'll do, just to make it worth it? I call myself the real James Heaney, and there's a little story that goes behind it, right? And this is a big one, actually. I'm burning something I should have probably made a whole video out of. But some people will never see this, because I obviously was telling people to go away. But I got the real name, the real James Heaney. I like Eminem. I don't hate him. He's okay. But honestly, I was in a show in Chicago, like actual Chicago, not the suburbs. Like I was down there for quite a while, and I was in a show called The Evil Show. It's really popular. We were selling out shows left and right simply because we had a cheap ticket, and it was bring your own beer, and we were 2 blocks from Wrigley Field, and it's expensive to buy beer down there, so people would come out. Nonetheless, we were doing so good at the theater that we actually had to open up a second place. So we rented out the theater across the street, which was not a theater for comedy. It wasn't a late-night place. It was literally Lynx Hall, which was a place where typically, and if anybody does shows there, they might be angry at me, but it was like ballet and like not the kind of thing that you would see crazy comedy with bring your own beer people, like basically audience members drinking to the point where they're ready to vomit. Again, I am not a role model. I never claimed I was. If you're going to drink, which is probably not a good life choice in general, do it responsibly. But we went there, and immediately after leaving the place, trashed several times, which we tried to clean up, but their version of trash, you find 1 beer bottle cap, and you get in trouble because it's ballet or whatever the hell they do there. So we got kicked out, but we still need the space because money's money. You got to make money. Honestly, it's tough to make money in live theater, period. So if you have to open up a second place to make more money, to pay people, And it was not my company. I was making very small amounts in these shows, but they were huge in learning. I learned a lot from them. So we got kicked out, but we decided we'd get somebody else to rent it out. And instead of telling them that we were an improv comedy group, we called ourselves the Original Monologuists, which is maybe some other video. I'll tell you where I was inspired for that later, because I took inspiration from there. But we did Original Monologues, is what we told them, at 11 o'clock at night. So it's their own fault. Who's stupid enough to think that in Chicago people are going to go out and watch Original Monologues at 11 o'clock at night? But the director at the time, and I won't name him because I have a lot of respect for him, and I feel like he would not want me to name him. But at the time, he said, everybody's got to use fake names. Don't go in there and say that you're yourself. And I was like, really? Nobody's coming here and going to know what our names are. So I was kind of a smart ass. I was only like 20 or 21 at the time. And so I would introduce myself as not James Heaney. Everybody else would give themselves a fake name, like, I'm Daryl, I'm Tad, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I would come out and be like, ladies and gentlemen, I am not James Heaney. And that's all I would say. But then when I continued doing shows at the Originals Theater, which was stage left, I would come out for the things when I hosted shows, and I would say, I am the real James Heaney. And everybody automatically thought it had to do with Eminem, and it really wasn't inspired by that. And again, I don't not like Eminem. I like him. It just was not the actual inspiration of it. But I had come up with a rap, and it went like this. So it's a long, drawn-out story. Here it goes. If you waited for it, and I used to have long hair. I'm sure if anybody has seen it, I had long hair. About to hear. I exaggerated in the rap, but that's my style. So it goes like this. It goes, I'm James Heaney, the real James Heaney. All the other James Heaneys are just a bunch of meanies. Would the real James Heaney please improvise? Would the real James Heaney please improvise? I think we got a problem here. You act like you never seen a white kid before with his throat to the floor, cracking up the ladies and oh so much more. Maybe I shouldn't be so cocky anymore, but I'm 45% of the price at the door, and at least I ain't no I.O. whore. Boom, done. I.O. whore, you know, I'm older now, and I understand the difference. It had nothing to do with, I can't judge. Improv Olympic is a very big improv place. We were a block away, and I, at the time, was so, like, avant-garde and all full of myself. I was like, I don't want to do anything with Second City. I don't want to do anything with Improv Olympic, which are great places. Please don't be just because something's popular, don't not like it. Those places are good. But at the time, I was in my own world. And so at the end, I would say I'm not no I.O. whore, because I felt like going to I.O. was selling out. It's not selling out. I was an idiot. Great place to study. The best people I work with are from Improv Olympic, Second City, Upright Citizens Brigade, and they went the mainstream route. You cannot deny that those guys know what they're doing. So, but that was the rap. Wow. This turned out to be 13 minutes long. I got to stop. Thanks for watching. No more fun and games. Talk to you later. Bye.